All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Playing some Pioneer today, of course. Brothers War is almost out, but not quite. But we have a regional championship to prepare for, and it's Pioneer. Of course, Pioneer has been one of the bigger paper formats lately, and we're trying out Canister's Arclight Phoenix deck that he won a challenge with on Magic Online. Canister, of course, is very, very good, and nothing too crazy here. Just a good, solid Arclight Phoenix deck. Of course, Arclight Phoenix is seen a lot of play in Modern and Pioneer, and Standard too. Is a 4-mana 3/2 with haste and flying. If it's in your graveyard, you cast 3 instant sorcery spells, it comes back for free and attacks with haste, which is awesome. So good, kind of aggressive and recursive deck here that can play a lot of roles. But this Phoenix deck is definitely a bit different than versions you may have seen before in both Modern and Standard. Both Modern and Standard version were pretty focused on being kind of just forward and aggressive and playing things like, Fourth Thing in the Ice, 4 Arclight Phoenix, kind of getting things going. But a little bit of a combo element to this version in Pioneer. So we have, of course, Shredder was a huge add. Just a really, really good card in general, right, with Arclight Phoenix. And 4 Shredders and 4 Phoenixes, kind of threat light for the most part. Pieces of the puzzle, a big card draw spell that fills the graveyard. And the more you fill the graveyard, the more cards you draw. The cards like Treasure Cruise. Of course, Delve is one of the most broken mechanics ever. And still legal in Pioneer for the time being is Treasure Cruise. And Temporal Trespass. You want to know if Delve is broken or not? This is the indicator. The 8, 9, 10, the 11 mana sorcery Time Walk is good enough because we get to delve it, usually for 3 mana. But the big thing here is Galvanic Iteration, which allows you to copy your next spell. You can always copy a Fiery Impulse or a Lightning Axe. That's cool. But the big one here is copying a Trespass. Name a turn where you go Trespass, copy it, take your 2 turns in a row, go for Arclight. So we can be kind of aggressive with early Shredders and Arclights. That can be pretty, kind of grindy with pieces of the puzzle and be a little combo at the end here with Iteration and Trespass. Otherwise, a lot of cheap spells. Opt, Consider, Fiery Impulse, Lightning Axe. You get the idea. Nothing too crazy there. So that's the deck. Let's get right to the games and let's see how it goes. Brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Alrighty. Oh, that's an ugly hand. Alright. Can't keep this one. 5 lands, 2 removal spells. One that's like half removal spells. Not going to work, so I'm mulligan that one. Mulligan into no lands. Sure. Opponent keeps 7. We're going to 5. 5 card hand is, it's very close to the first hand, but it is a lot better, thankfully. So keep this. Gonna ship Pathway Otawara and hope we draw well and our Shredder lives, I guess. Spirebluff Canal, your turn. Nice 5 card hand. Basic planes. Okay. We can beat Soldier of the Pantheon, right? Come on. It's freaking Soldier of the Pantheon. Galvanic Iteration. I guess, Axe copy Axe isn't that bad. Get the Shred, too. Mutavault, Thalia. We draw a Treasure Cruise. Alright, so Lightning Axe costs 2. If we would like to try and kill Thalia, which we are going to do, I guess we just play land, say go. No reason to do this now, so probably not looking great here. Shredder is great. Very powerful card, but it's quite the task at hand. Seat of the Empire. Thalia's Lieutenant. Tapping white. Oh, Mutavault goes up too, sure. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty bad for us. That is probably their best card. Target Thalia. We're going to kill that and discard this iteration. And Hope we draw something good because our hand's pretty bad right now, honestly. Don't got too much going on. Pretty weak 5. I mean, if we draw like cantrip and a cantrip, we get the shred maybe. Something like that would be cool. Consider being best draw maybe. Or Hall of Storm Giants. I guess that's a thing too. All right. Yeah, we're at some big doo-doo here, folks. Yeah. All right. That's basically game. The old Adeline. I hate these ugly black and white cards. Hate them. Of course, Adeline triggers the Thalia's Lieutenant, making humans. And we take 6 here. And whatever this is, it needs to be real good. Untap and draw a Fiery Impulse. I mean, it's not bad, honestly. I get the Flashback Iteration and kill both of these with the Impulse. And Shred. I do lose a card in my graveyard, obviously, but... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to target. No, because the copy... So, I target 1. I need to target the 3/3, and then the copy will kill the 2/2. Won't be a spell in my graveyard, though. Holy crap. Yeah. Because the copy will resolve first. We need to hit a spell off Shredder. God, it's awful. I just got Cruise, I guess, but... Alright. Target the 3/3. We shred and then make the copy. Copy targets the 3/2. Resolves. Resolve our shred. Chart of course can go to the bin, I think. We now have... Beam's Adeline's pretty tough. Maybe we want to attack and chart of course next turn. Cruising is pretty ambitious, honestly. Only 2 cards in the bin, sure. Would have been 3, but... Kill that, say go. Even just like fire up Mutavault, attack with both is quite good. We're already 11. Luminarch Aspirant, pretty good too. They're just gonna pump Adeline. No Mutavault attack is pretty interesting. So we take 4 here. I mean a Miracle. It's got 5 toughness, so a Lightning Axe would kill it. Untap and draw a Pieces of the Puzzle. That's a look at Axe, honestly. All right, I'm in. Probably upgrade the elements here, but I can't do anything else, so that's why they didn't fire the Mutavaults. We bricked anyway, so yeah. All right, not so good. Pretty rough game. Not a very kind multi-5. So we'll hop over to sideboarding. We're gonna bring in our Sweltering Suns, our Abrades. Interested in perhaps Young Pyromancer and Saheeli on the play, maybe. Cutting these Spell Pierces. I think the Iterations can go. And the Trespasses. I can see a lot of removal, honestly. We could do like Nice Chart Course, Opt, Impulse X. Cruise. Saheeli's too slow, I think. Let's do this. Pretty good upgrade, obviously. 2 mass removal spells, 3 removal spells, and a good blocker maker. I think we're alright here if our hand is like 7 cards and functional. Alright, keeping 7? You spoil me. Stormcarved Coast looking pretty awkward here, but put them all against the 6. We have consider Axe Phoenix Cruise. Pretty good. We're a coast. No guarantee we find a 3rd land, and we're not playing spell on turn 1, I don't think, anyway, so. Turn 1 Mutavault. Oh, you love to see it. Love it. Turn 2 Pyromancer. Also love it. This hand got good real fast. If we draw a land next turn, we can even Arclight them. It's like Kill for 2-drop. Consider Phoenix. Pretty good, pretty fast cruise also. Rest in peace. All right, I'll forget that plan, but it's also just the killing them plan that works too. Let's start casting spells. Consider. Token. I don't need no graveyard. Spirebluff Canal. Bin it. Draw Fire Impulse. We'll leave that one up, I guess. Play lands, attack for 2, so I go. So you have Axe, Impulse, Consider up. Probably discard this Cruise. Adeline. Oh, this game's actually already over. Cool. Appreciate that. Oops, not Impulse. That'd been embarrassing. Kill this. Discard Cruise. Make a token. Untap. Draw land for Phoenix. I'll just cast Phoenix. I'm not scared. Opt. Opt. Spikefield Hazard. Bottom that. Stormcarved Coast. Consider. You and what army? I'm going to bottom this one too, I think. That one. That's not very good, but sure. Play land. Attack for a bunch. Now they're at 14. Going super wide. Casting Arclight Phoenix. Playing Fiery Impulse if necessary. Dubs Mutavault. Hopeful Initiate. Sure. Luminarch Aspirant. Instead of stop in their main phase before combat. And get that thing out of here. This game's looking pretty good. Even Hall of the Storm Knights might get in the action here, honestly. So, all right. And here's the Phoenix. Here come the Clowns. Sending everything but the Pyromancer. Getting for 7. Put them to 7. Dead on board. Guess the Mutavaults are not dead on board technically, but whatever. Close enough. Nice rest in peace. Breh. Alright. Dome's Bodyguard, sure. Might pump the brakes here and just send it only Phoenix. Let's see what we draw here. We're mana off firing up the Hall. We draw a Lightning Axe. Just send in the Phoenix. I should play the land, actually, I guess, because like we can just cast Axe for 6. There's no reason to discard a card. Ganjo, you bastard. Alright, sure. Play land. Sigo. We have 6 mana for Lightning Axe, kill something, make a token. I think we're pretty far ahead here, honestly. Hall's also the Abyss, because they're at 7, so they have to block it every turn if they die. Pay 1, fire at Mutavault. They drew a Thalia's Lieutenant. No, what are they doing here? What is this new devilry? They're going to attack. Then moving to attack position. Yeah, sure. Take some damage. Play planes. All right. Looks pretty good to me. Kill that. And then I untap, draw land, and I win the game. So I have exactly 7. If I don't draw land, it's still really good. So untap and draw a land. Cool. Pave a life. Fire it up. Fire it up. Fire it up. Game 3 on the draw. Obviously, it'll be harder on the draw, but nothing changes here, I don't think. Could bring in the Borrower, maybe. Maybe we shave a Cruise just to hedge a little bit against Rest in Peace. Can't imagine they have that many Rest in Peace in every deck, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just hedge a little bit. Just like, don't want to have a dead Cruise in my hand, so maybe Saheeli could have come in, honestly. But, ooh, what is this? Look at this hand. Oh my lord. I can't mulligan this hand. Even with the awkward Stormcarved Coast, we have 3 kill spells, a Wrath, the best possible 2-drop, and an Opt. We got to keep this. We got a lot of looks at land. We have our draw step, and then our draw step again, and then a scry, and then a draw. Let's draw freaking untap land here, please. Coast seems really bad in this deck. God, we're so lucky. All right. Yeah, Lava Glide, go. I guess this was costly in the sense that, like, if I want to cast Fiery Impulse here, I lose that and a lot of other stuff, but so I can't play the spell next turn, but sure. Oh my god, no land. Oh my god. Ermagerd. All right. Yeah, I'm not convinced that Stormcarved Coast should be in this deck. They have been heinously bad. There's only 2, but like the first 2 turns are so important. For all the reasons that Spirebluff Canal is the best land of his deck by a mile, Stormcarved Coast seems pretty heinous. Untap and draw a Steam Vents. We get to play Thing in the Ice. And then do I want to... I think I want to leave this untapped. So Thing in the Ice, Steam Vents, Shock, go. Portable Hole. Wow. That's... I guess I have 4 Shredders too, but it's aggressive. All right. I mean, we got a Abrade. Definitely happy to Abrade that one back. Question is, are we going to opt here? I play Luminarch Aspirant. Yeah, let's opt. Pathway, bottom, draw, Lightning Axe. Okay. Problem is we like kind of have to kill the Aspirant. Brazen Borrower. Because we can't like try and rely on Sweltering Suns if they play something big enough to pump and then like can't kill it anymore. Just gonna kill this now. Just be conservative. So go. They have Brave the Elements in their deck, so I think shattering the portable hole is pretty reasonable. A Naked Lieutenant. Alright. Sure. This feels like Brave the Elements. Gonna Abrade. Try and kill this. Thing plays around Abrade and just naturally good anyway, so 2 cards in hand. It's possible they have another portable hole, honestly, but pieces of the puzzle. That's not a bad draw, actually. I don't hate that at all. Play pieces. Hit pieces, Abrade, and a Phoenix. Cute. Alright. A little grinder than I was planning on, but what they didn't play last turn tells us a lot about their hand. They had missed land drop. And like they didn't play any 2-drops, didn't play a different 3-drop, played a Naked Lieutenant. So their hand's probably pretty bad. Alright, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. They have another portable hole there. Because like what else could they have? It wasn't creatures and it wasn't lands. So probably in a spot where we want to Abrade again. On 14. We draw a... Okay, now just play lands, go. So we're going to set up for Abrade. We have Lightning Axe in an emergency. And they have 1 card left. Don't get me wrong. Mutavault is real good, but fire Mutavault. I have no qualms with blocking this Mutavault, so pretty good block for us. Still at a healthy 13. Setting up a backbreaking Sweltering Suns, hopefully. Brutal Cathar. Oh, wow. That is a nice looking Sweltering Suns, if I do say so myself. Untap Hall of Storm Giants. Cast Sweltering Suns. Get my buddy back. Play Hall. Just say go. Puzzle next turn. We have Phoenix. Only 2 crews in our deck post board, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good here, folks. Consider it's pretty good too. Puzzle me. And flip over Spikefield Hazard, puzzle again. Woo! Just chain of puzzles here. And we'll consider. Charter course. Yeah, we top that. Let's top that. Just gonna hazard them. Get back Phoenix. And I'm cool with attacking. It's obviously awkward that we're gonna like flip this next turn and bounce the Phoenix. And like this version of the deck doesn't have like Faithless Looting. Just like that was a cool play in the modern deck back in the day where you'd like cast the looting to flip your thing, bounce your Phoenix and just discard them immediately. But Sheffet Dunes. Amusing thing here is these are obviously horrors, so they are not get bounced by the thing. We've got a Spirebluff Canal. Next spell I cast bounces Phoenix. We're just gonna attack. We'll attack for 3. Play puzzle and charter course probably. We're just drawing a heinous amount of cards now, so I guess attacking for 7 is better than attacking for 3. I want to keep a blocker back too, though. I'm not sure exactly, honestly. I think we're in pretty good shape regardless, but all right, let's cast pieces of the puzzle. And again, look at our many cards. Flip that over. Look at the top bunch. Get a Lightning Axe and a Consider. Bin a Phoenix, cool. Lightning Axe is a pretty sweet draw. Cast Chart, of course. Want to draw a red here for Axe. Didn't draw it. That's fine. I think we're fine. I don't think we're dying to. I guess if we have like Land Portable Hole Lieutenant, we take a lot, but that's pretty unlikely given the how the game's played out. Sure, sweet, cool. That was a sweet game. Arclight Phoenix. All right, good old Stormcarved Coast. Yeah, we can keep this. It's awkward, but it's doable. It's passable. I don't mind drawing a Ledger Shredder, but Stormcarved freaking Coast. Plains. And cruise is a good draw. We like a nice little cruise here. I like going on cruises. Land go. We have Axe, Arclight, we have Impulse, Opt. Plains go. All right. Opt. Spirebluff Canal. Bottom. Spikefield Hazard. Sure. It's a spell. I like spells. Say go. What's Plains doing here? Plains. It's the worst Adeline of all time. Righteous Valkyrie. I honestly couldn't tell you if his matchup's good or not. Probably not, honestly. But pay a red. Kill that. Discard Phoenix. Get that graveyard roaring if we can. And we untap and draw a Spirebluff Canal. Let's play Canal, so they go. We have 3 spells in theory. Sort of. Cruise is not quite there yet. Restoration of, again, okay. A little brewski, maybe? And, nothing doing. Just gonna untap and draw another Spirebluff Canal. Sure. Yeah, all right, sure. Let's say go. Fortunately, your opponent doesn't do anything. You can't play your reactive cards to cast Cruise. So they've They've solved the problem of Treasure Cruise. Don't ever play anything. Discard an Ambitious Farhand. Okay. It's like a mono-white Devotion deck or something like that. Legion Angel? Okay. Card seems kind of decent against us, honestly. We do get to Fiery Impulse it. And I guess I can Hazard this thing. So I want to do it on my turn. Actually, I want to go Impulse, Hazard, Cruise. That'll only be 1, 2. It's not even close to cruising, actually. Maybe I Otawara and bounce the Restoration here. It gives them like a free card. But at the same time, like, it's going to be a 3-4 next turn. It's like pretty annoying. Yeah, I just need a card by graveyard also, I think. So, all right, this is like super awkward. But I want a Hazard and Impulse next turn. And if they're playing that, they're not playing this. So, untap. And we draw a Spell Pierce. So now if I go Hazard, Impulse, and then I can delve 5, 6, 7, 8. That works. All right. So let's go Spikefield Hazard here. And let's go Fiery Impulse here. And then let's go take a little cruisy poo. Everything but Phoenix. Draw some cards. Play a land. All right. And again, now they have the choice of playing Restoration or Legion Angel. They can't play both, which is good. So that'd be a farewell deck, maybe. I don't even know what's going on. Okay. Angel of Sanctions is here. It's a good draft card. Untap, and I mean, even if we Legion Angel, they just like, what is going on? I mean, if we axe it, we get the Arclight back, and they just like embalm it and do it again. I guess Thing in the Ice is really good then. So, all right. Here's Thing in the Ice. Here's Lightning Axe. Discard a card. Kill this. Discard Spell Pierce. Trigger this. That's 3 in the bin. Not quite there on Cruise just yet, but next turn. My Kingdom for a Disdainful Stroke. Actually, I guess Embalm's not even casting a spell. It's just an ability, right? Yeah. Play Cave of the Frost Dragon. And play another Angel of Sanctions. It's not the Embalm. This is a new copy of Angel of Sanctions. Which is mono white 5-drops. What is going on here? Take the Thing in the Ice. Okay. Unzap and draw a piece. That was a pretty good draw. Pieces of the puzzle. Let's puzzle ourselves into a chart, of course, and a Fiery Impulse. And let's go on a cruise. We're going to attack. They block, we kill it. If not, we chart a course. Let's start there. All right, just cast chart a course. Oh my god, so much puzzling. All right, we're gonna cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I mean, that's why it's here. Iteration and Trespass. Oh, this is an angel. This is an actual angel deck. That makes sense, I guess. Oh my god, we like can't beat any of these cards. What is going on? Lyra Dawnbreaker is like unbeatable. Like even not as a 7/7. All right, this is going to be a really good turn for us, I guess. We need to cast pieces of the puzzle, I suppose. Holy crap. We bricked. We had to consider and 3 cards. Or a bunch of cards, I mean. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how we ever win the game. I guess if we draw exactly Lightning Axe, We've already cast 2. Consider. Spell Pierce, spin it. Lightning Axe, no. Opt. Lightning Axe, bottom. No. Shredder. It's like, because we can time walk like a few times. We just like can literally never win the game anyway. So, I guess we play the Shredder and just say go. That's not so good. He has all the Angels lifelink too. Oh my god, this is brutal. Starnheim Aspirant. What is going on, folks? We are off the Pioneer deep end. Legion Angel, shred. Discard. It doesn't matter, because the thing is that, like, even if we take 3 turns in a row, we can never win. Because they're about to gain 10 life, and all their blockers are great. I guess I want the land. Discard an Impulse. It's an 8/7 lifelink Legion Angel. Oh man, Starnheim and Legion Angel's broken. 2 mana Legion Angels. Alright. We just got clowned. Like, clowned. Let's try that again, I guess. We need to bring in Disdainful Stroke. They're gonna have like so many freaking Rest in Peace and stuff too. Maybe a Crackling Drake. Cut these Spell Pierces. Like Fiery Impulse isn't even that good. They're just really awkward. Like, might want these. I can see bringing in a few Abrades also, because like, just better than Impulse is. Killing the Gieta card is pretty important, but damn. Let's not bring these in. All right, let's try this. I'm floored. I don't even know what to do. All right, on the play. Freaking mono angel control here. Lightning Axe, Phoenix, 5 lands. Let's mulligan. Sure. Keep this. They mulliganed. They kept 7. I want to keep this cruise. Pretty bad. Shit to consider. All right. Spirebluff Canal, go. Basic Plains is just too strong. Deafening Silence. Can't play more than 1 spell on a turn. Yeah, this is like, they're just hating right now. They're just hating. Shredder. Go. Nice Shredder. Deafening Silence in play. Portable. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. We're going to hardcast Arclight Phoenix. They're going to hardcast Gata or whatever. I mean, not Gata, Lyra. Starnheim Aspirant. Get out of here. Hardcast Arclight Phoenix. Attack for 3. I'm not sure if Snare Thopter is good enough here. Ambitious Farmhand, alright. We draw a piece of the puzzle. That's not bad. I can't play 2 spells though. Bastard. Trespass Charter. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. So I guess we're laughing a lot here. This is some game. It's funny, even if like they didn't have the silence of Blair, hand's still pretty bad. All right, we're getting beat down by mono Baneslayers here. This is actually just unwinnable. Yeah, you got me. All right, Arclight Phoenix versus mono Baneslayers. Archangel of Thune, fun card, definitely a fun one. Chart of course, opt, cruise. I can't play more than one spell. I mean, I don't even know what we're doing here. Spikefield Hazard. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Archangel of Thune. Just 5-drop Tribal Angel aggro. Oh yeah, Angel Sanctions. Let's go. Let's do this. Angel attacks, lifelink, pump the squad. What? Gonna leap back the font and the farmhand. All right. Well, I tap out. You got me. Tribal Angels is unbeatable. What can I do? All right, here we are, and we got an ugly one. This is a very ugly one. We could obviously have opt and a land, but with both cruise and trespass and galvanic and both charter course, even if we do draw the land, this hand's still exceptionally clunky. No removal, no phoenixes, so we're gonna mulligan this hand and pop it down to one land again. Unfortunately, it's a Stormcarved Coast. We do have Shredder, Phoenix, Consider, Puzzle. I think we're gonna keep this one. We're gonna keep this, ship the iteration, and obviously Stormcarved Coast is the worst land to play on turn 1, but I think going to 5 is a little too much. So we'll see how this works. Drowned Catacomb and Spell Pierce. Awkward. So can try and consider into land number 2 here. If we just draw a land, get to play Shredder, that's awesome also. Not an ideal start. Drowned Catacomb, Island, go. All right, so untap and draw a land. All right, cool. So now we can now we have some options. We can always we can consider, we can spell pierce, we can play. If we play Shredder, probably just dies. Probably want to get a little more value than that. Probably just gonna play a land. I think we'll just say go here. There's no reason to play consider in our main phase now that we drew a land. So we say go, we spell pierce up, and we can also consider and kind of go from there and see what they're gonna do. Try and get a better idea of what we're going to do. Field of Ruin. Sure. I'm not going to lie, I'm not super up on the Pioneer format. I'm trying to get my feet wet here for the RC coming up. Steam Vents. I think I'm in. Top that. And untap and draw a Arclight Phoenix. Okay. So kind of interesting here. We could like Shredder with a land up and they go to kill it, try and spell pierce it, but it's probably going to be fatal push if it is. So let's go land pieces of the puzzle. They have a counter spell, kind of sucks, but whatever, I suppose. Let it ride. What do you got for me? I'm going to puzzle this one out. Censor. Gross. Gross. All right. Pass turn. Some sort of blue-black control deck. All right. Untap and draw a pathway. I think we're just casting Arclight Phoenix. Can't really defend the Shredder. We don't mind if Arclight dies, and this is going to be a really slow game anyway. So let's just get her done the old-fashioned way. Caw! Like, they want to counter it? Cool. They want to kill it? Cool. Whatever. No. Baleful Mastery. Exile target creature. Okay. Opponent came to play today. Try it again next turn, I guess. As a lightning axe. It's not very good either, but all right. Again, no proactive cards to play right now, so aside from just casting Arclight Phoenix or playing a naked Shredder. Here comes Arclight. I don't know how many exile effects I could possibly have. End step Vantress, scry 2. Scry goes top. Who top tops? 2 Field of Ruins. Extinction. All right. Sure, I guess. They have 3 cards left now. Opt. Okay, that was good at least. So play Shredder. Now I get to opt and discard this Lightning Axe, fill up the graveyard a little bit, get my Connive on. Discard Steam Vent, the Lightning Axe. Get a counter on there. Bin the Riverglide Pathway, draw another Lightning Axe, sure. We have 4 cards that have been net for Cruise, pretty huge. I think we're just gonna play this land. We obviously could hold it, discard a Shredder, but like probably discarding the axe anyway. We have Spell Pierce still, which is not gonna be great, obviously. We got some work to do here. Our hand was not particularly good, and they have had the answer on most streets so far. The 3rd copy of Lightning Axe. Yeah, pretty bad draw. All right, I'm just gonna attack. And then the problem is that they just like take it, which they're probably going to. Are we casting a 4-mana Treasure Cruise? I really don't want to. They get to end step Vantress. Yeah, I'll just say go, I guess. Obviously, all these removal spells pretty bad against a control deck. Once we sideboard, though, things get nice. We get access to Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Dispute, Saheeli, Crackling Drake, Young Pyromancer, a lot of stuff. End step Torrential Gearhulk. Can't Spell Pierce that one. They're trying to cast Mastery. We get to Spell Pierce that. That's their second spell. We get to Connive, discarding a Lightning Axe. Cool. Force 5 damage does not kill Gearhulk. Gonna Spell Pierce this. So 4 cards in hand still. Hall of the Storm Giants. Slow and Black Source. Interesting. Cling to Dust, targeting my pieces of the puzzle. Man, really hating here. Multiple exiling removal spells, main deck graveyard hate, Cling to Dust. They're coming for us, folks. They are not being shy. All right, so untap and draw a Fiery Impulse. Obviously, Impulse plus Axe does kill Torrential Gearhulk, so I guess we're gonna try and do that. See what happens. We'll just target this. We have a Cruise to rebuild, so. And then we'll hit it with this and Connive. I'm gonna shred down a Consider, sure. Gonna Protect or nah? Only 3 cards left. I mean, if this Cruise was off, I think we're in pretty good shape. It's funny though. Now I might actually not want to Cruise. Let's see what they do here. All right, we're gonna go for it. They counter it, it sucks, but I think we can't let them just scry with Vantress. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could like pay an extra and not delve all the cards, but cast Cruise, draw 3. Field of Ruin me in response. Float a blue. Get an island. They get a Swamp. And main deck negate. Wow. Did I overtap? What did I do? Oh, I thought it was blue, right? Never mind. Duh. All right. Yeah, well, chip in a chair now. We got a Shredder, that's it. They have 3 cards in hand, and a Vantress, and a Hall of the Storm Giants. Hall wins the race, too, so look pretty dead here, honestly. Extinction Event again. What is this deck? Is this actually a deck? We have our own Hall. All right. Unfortunately, not really there on our Hall yet, and they have the Field of Ruin anyway. I don't think holding it was right, but I don't know. Maybe it was. So one more card they're going to get for next Cruise. Yeah, pretty brutal game. Really taking us to school here. We draw a Spirebluff Canal. I guess we'll hold it. So we want to draw a Cruise. We want to draw pieces of the puzzle. End step Shark Typhoon for a 5/5. That's 12 with the Hall. Right. All right. Yeah, that was an absolute shellacking. Sure. But I get sideboard. So Bring all this over here. Bringing in a Borrower. Disputes. Strokes. Pyromancer. Vance's Blasting Cannon seems fine. Crackling Drake and Saheeli. You can see how, like, a lot of cards to come in because you have all these dead Fiery Impulses and always dead Lightning Axes and stuff. So I want a few Braids, actually, too. Kill the Gearhulks. Spikefield Hazard is kind of part of the mana base, but Spellpierce consider. Phoenix. Temporal Trespass seems a little awkward. I might also have Graveyard Hate too, obviously, so I might want to minimize our graveyard stuff a little bit. Let's cut the Trespasses and cut Iteration. You know, one Iteration's fine, probably. Could leave both. Copying Puzzle or Cruise is really good. All right, let's try this. Obviously, we just improved our deck significantly. These 7 removal spells were almost blank pieces of cardboard. We've added a lot of counter spells and good card engines like Blasting Cannon, Sublime, Artificer, and Crackling Drake. So, Blasting Cannon's being a fun one of pretty cool one. A little bit of a Howling Mine effect for me, and then if we flip bring back Phoenix, also flip this thing over for a Lightning Bolt land. Icecrown Scepter on Lightning Bolt. Any boomers out there? Boomer alert! Boomer alert! Blue-black control. Definitely interested in looking up blue-black control at this match, and seeing if it's like a deck that's common in the metagame, because I'm a little surprised, honestly. Not gonna lie. Color me surprised. Try that one again with a decent hand. It's a little clunky. We can keep this. Opt to consider will figure it out for us. Crackling Drake is a favorite card of mine. I love this card in Phoenix sideboards. Just so big. It's good against Graveyard Hate. Draws a card. Pretty hard to kill. Just love it. Big fan. Big fan. Opponents in the tank. Reminder, as always, there's a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com. I do a video article every Monday, written article every Friday. Last Friday's article was a big one. Last Friday's article was 10 new brews for Brothers War. Always a ton of fun. 10 new decks, lots of fun. I got that going. If you missed those actual, like the gameplays, are on my YouTube. You got a full set review on the YouTube. A lot of content, brand new set. Second Spell Pierce. We're going to bin this, I think. We need to draw a threat or even a land. So, Steam Vents, sure. And then Arclight Phoenix. We'll just play Steam Vents untapped. If we draw a land, we want to keep Otawara in our hand. If we draw like land, so damage shouldn't matter really at all. Just have Opt and Spell Pierce up. Fetid frickin' Pools. Opt. Disdainful Stroke. I mean, it counters some stuff. Probably want this, honestly. And then we'll probably cast Pieces of the Puzzle here, too. Resolving Pieces is pretty awesome. Assuming no Spell Pierce on their end, which would be surprising, I think. We have Dispute, I guess. That'd be bad. Sure. That works, too. Alright. So we got Phoenix, Drake, Stroke, Abrade, Spell Pierce. Dispute's pretty good. Thoughtseize. A little control deck envy here. I'm not gonna lie. I do love me a crappy control deck. Everything's lining up pretty well for them so far. I imagine it's Crackling Drake, but it could be Disdainful Stroke if they have a Gearhulk in their hand. Discarding Arclight Phoenix, sure. So I assume they have a plan for that, obviously. Maybe yes, maybe no. Stroke, Abrade. I guess we'll consider main phase. See what we draw. Spikefield Hazard. We can bin that one too. Draw Pieces of the Puzzle. All right. I mean, definitely a good build-up card. Just going to say go here with Pierce and Stroke up. They, of course, know about both of them, so they're going to miss a land drop, though. Ooh, we like that. All right, so we draw Canal. We're just going to play a land, say go here. There's no reason to play a spell into their missed land drop. Just keep letting them miss land drops and not play spells. So Pretty happy to just chill here. We can play pieces of the puzzle with Spell Pierce up next turn. So they draw land, sure. So now I get to untap and draw a Steam Vents. I think I'm pretty happy playing land puzzle here. Play puzzle, 2 mana up. Spell Pierce can defend against a 3 mana hard counter. Six cards in hand's a lot. It's a lot of cards. They have to step actual negate. All right, sure. All right. Just gotta keep on playing, I guess. Keep on trucking. All right. 5 spells in hand. We draw a Brazen Borrower. I don't think we're going to really afford to do nothing here. Go just end step Borrower. Borrower's kind of our answer to Shark Typhoon, though. I'll just cast this. We're kind of like a dog here, I think, pretty bad. So just fire up our thing, give it a shot. Definitely hit most of their spots here. Again, they know about Stroke, Pierce, and Abrade. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. Yeah, I mean, fortunately, our hand has not really afforded us the ability to be kind of tricky here. We've been jamming a little bit, obviously, but they have a land. They say go. We draw an Arclight Phoenix. Then I have Stroke down for Gear Hulk. So pretty sure we just say go here. I think it'd be ideal if they tapped out for a Shark Typhoon. Nope. Ugh. I mean, I have a Braid for it, but they're going to get the Phoenix in my graveyard. It's crappy. Four cards left. They eat Phoenix Spell. Yeah, we could just cast Brazen Borrower as a threat, but like then we're super soft to Shark Typhoon. So I kind of want to hold it. This game's not ending for a while, so that's that. That's this. Draw land, hardcast Phoenix. Draw Vance's Blasting Cannon. That's actually a pretty insane one. If that resolves, they probably can't remove it that easily, so it's pretty sweet. We're gonna slow roll by a little bit, I think. The old Blasting Cannons. Yeah, I'll put that one on top. That's what's top of that. Definitely want to do multiple things in one turn. So we could like cruise and Blasting Cannons in the same turn, try and resolve one of them. Problem is Gear Hulk's also a problem too. 3 mana up, negate. It's Stroke a Gear. Yeah, I'll just cast this. It's cruise, exiling everything, but play this. Going for a cruise. They have 4 cards. Sinister Sabotage has been called. Wow. We're cancel gamers now. All right. We just got canceled. Bin Fetid Pools. They have Dig Through Time in their deck too. I mean, they know I have Stroke and Spears, so. Land? No, that's a good draw though. Pieces of the puzzle. Just want to keep casting stuff with stroke up. Damn. Second negate. All right. Sure. 3 cards left now. Up to 4. Gotta grab a Snickers or something. All the Storm Giants. Sure. That's pretty good. End step consider. Watergrave. Pass turn. Alright. I mean, time to start casting Arclight Phoenixes. There you go. Caw. They have 10,000 ways to exile it. Burb. Okay. Need to watch for Extinction Event. If I play a second Phoenix, I might just ship away here. Having an actual threat in play is pretty gas, so field that, sure. Get on Ions. Fatal Push the Phoenix, sure. Just do it again next turn. Keep build up those spells. Three cards. Power Word Kill resolves. All right. Say go. 2 cards in hand now. I think we're finally starting to shit. To get through here. We're starting to get through. We can't counter that, unfortunately. It sucks. Obviously a devastating card. They're actually gonna leave it on 5 too. Only 1 card left? Wow. Alright. Let me draw a Abrade. So, like, is that last card a counterspell or nah? This Cannons is pretty good here. I'm just gonna go for it. Sick. Alright, so that resolves. Still have Stroke up. Still have Borrower up. They have Narset. Haven't used it yet. It's kind of nice that Narset isn't good against Cannons or Puzzle. So we have some ways to play through it. Not all the ways to kill it, though, unfortunately. All right, going for Narset. Up 3 cards in hand. What do you got, friend? Make disappear. Okay. Sure. It's an interesting one. Good to know about. Untap and flip our top card with the cannons. So every upkeep I can exile a card. If it's a land I can play, if it's a spell I can play it. We didn't draw a spell. Play a pathway and just say go here. Probably looking to just cast. Oh shit! It's here. Oh man, I almost got screwed there by Magic Island hiding the card in their lands. I'm obviously gonna cast that because that's great. So that was close. Close one. Memory Deluge in response. I guess that's fine. Man, what a game. Jeez. All right. Pyromancer resolves. So you go. Again, I can't draw spells. Stormcarved is a stupid Narcissus in play still, but now I have a threat. You can always cast Borrower, but again, I kind of want to hold it for a shark. Definitely in the end game now. They have Flashback Deluge available. Haven't cast a Dig Through Time yet, which is also surprising to me. The new Pyromancer from a new set is a strict upgrade in this deck. Triggers on any non-creature spell. So it triggers off of, blasting cannons or whatever else. And it's a blue-red to cast, which is comical because there are almost no only red lands in the deck. So essentially a strict upgrade. Only downside is they aren't elementals, so if you got a Risen Reef in play, it won't do much. They find Dig Through Time, sure. Now they have 6 cards in hand. They had 2 like a turn ago. I'm still not casting Borrowers, so Suntap. Trigger Cannons. Cannons reveals a Pathway, can't play that. Draw Opt, can't play that because of Narset, so just start by attacking Narset, see what's up. Pretty surprised if it's lived. They're going to play Mastery, and then they're going to play it for 2 because they have a Narset out, so I don't draw. It's pretty sick. I really want to stroke this dig. The token's actually pretty good here, though, truth be told. I'm just going to stroke this, I think. I think that token, the ability of the token to attack Narset is so important that I just want to cast a spell here. And it's the only spell I can actually cast, really, so I could always cash in as Pierce for a token, too. You might want to do. In response. Yikes. Cast Dig Through Time. I guess that resolves. Sure. We're probably going to Spell Pierce for a token here, but we don't need Spell Pierce to dig. Spell Pierce something else. There's a chance they cast a few more spells or something like that. We have an actual target. It's only game 2 also. Jeez. Whew. My son turned 1 month old today. And if you don't have a newborn, you don't know how little sleep you get. So, feeling it a bit. Opponent better use me before I fall asleep here. Imagine being allowed to cast the card Dig Through Time or Treasure Cruise. It's like the only format this card's illegal in. Pioneer, it's crazy. All right. Getting response. Fatal Push again. Gonna kill this. Yeah, I'm just gonna cash in a spell pierce here for a creature. Sure. Let's pay for that. Gonna hold the Abrade. A third creature just dies to extinction event, so do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. And again, I can't cruise or opt because of the Narset. I have Borrower. Now I have 2 ways to kill Narset in play, which is great. What are you gonna do, opponent? You got freaking elemental tokens. Hardcast Shark Typhoon. Well, we actually can't beat that. Sure. For the lols. Alright. They cast Dig Through Time. Untap. And our card is Shredder and Steam Vents. First things first, attack this Narset. Once a Narset is gone, we can maybe put them together here. Flip the cannons over. Could be a path. Gonna Fatal Push a token. It's going to resolve. We're going to Borrower the Shark. Guess not playing Shredder first punished us here, but getting a Narset in play and defending it's been a time-honored tradition as far as beating Phoenix decks goes in multiple formats. They could Casualty here, make Disappear. They have a Dispute also. Oh my god. I'm going to Abrade this Shark token. It's not really a winning strategy so far for us, but Narset must die. They're gonna make Disappear, make a Shark. Sure. See, now they punted here. I guess not, because then that wouldn't pay for this, but could have sacked the target for the petty theft. Or no, I can't pay for both, I guess, but we're just dead here, right? So they're gonna end up with one blocker. We're gonna flip the cannons, but I want this to die. So what do I want? The flyer and bounce the 1/1? Or do I want to kill the 3/3? I want to kill the 3/3, I guess. Alright, so when all said and done, real bad for us. We flip the cannons, but I just don't see how we're ever beating this Shark Typhoon. Alright, so flip cannons. We have a Shredder and an Isochron Scepter on a Lightning Bolt. So we can bolt down the Narset, which is kind of cool. Finally, free our hand. We have two Phoenixes also, so I guess there's like, if there's a will, there's a way here. Dig Through Time again, make an 8/8. That's probably going to end the game. 2 mana, draw 2 great spells, make an 8/8. It's pretty powerful Magic card. I mean, we can't really remove the Shark Typhoon from play, nor can we overcome the actual Sharks in play, and they have a Narset in play. Yeah, I think we're gonna pack it up here. Yeah, we're gonna call it. They're taking forever. I'm gonna call it a day. So they got us. Kind of a cool deck, honestly. Pretty cool. All in all, a somewhat amusing set of games there. It is pretty funny how the Phoenix decks, in all formats, honestly, I've always had trouble with like big 5 mana creature decks. That like, here's a Baneslayer Angel, here's a Baneslayer Angel, which wouldn't be good against a lot of things, but it's really good against us. That Angel deck absolutely crushed us. And the control deck was honestly pretty cool too. Like, seemed pretty teched out for us. But deck's still pretty sweet. One of the best players in the format. And we'll see if it gets anything from Brothers War. But definitely, a high up on the list of possible decks for the regional championship. And make sure if you're not going to play it, then you're ready to play against it. I'm Davis from CoolStuffInc.com. As always, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Check out the article on CoolStuffInc.com. Free content every weekday on CoolStuffInc.com, as well as promo code Jim5 for 5% off your order. CoolStuffInc.com. So to keep saying it till you go there. CoolStuffInc.com. 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 Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it. Have a good one.